What's up, MB? This is your boy 12 Gage here with MB Weekly Episode 1 with none other than Jordan Smith. What's up, Jay?
Bodman Things is back. What's up,
Bad
my guy?
mind.
We are
Shoot.
back for the new season of Madden, man. I'm so excited to be here with you, brother. How you been?
Man, I've been good. For those who don't know, MB Weekly used to do this last Madden. Kind of got a little hectic because we were running two leagues at a time, and then we was trying to do two MB Weeklies a week, and it was just too much doing the graphics and finding
Yeah.
time so me and Jordan can link up. But we're gonna start this off fresh. We new season kicked off this week. I believe we're in week 5 now. Ain't that right, Jordan?
Week
Week,
5.
week
Yes, we are.
5. Yep.
Cause I'm 1-4.
So speaking of 1 and 4, we're gonna go ahead and get into the MB1 standings. So on the screen now we have the AFC on the left and then the NFC on the right. I'm just gonna talk
Okay.
about a couple of these divisions. Starting off with the AFC North, you got 9 mil leading with this. Well, actually, the AFC North is a strong division in my
It's a
opinion. You say
super
so?
strong division. I mean, and we all cut on KJ, man, but he's been playing really well. He's really keeping that division really interesting. With him coming in right now, we're at 3-2, and then you got AJ and
Duke.
9 mil both at four
Yep.
one, and Juke all with one loss. That's a strong division, man. And honestly, as it sits right now, I don't have a clear cut winner of that division yet, which is a good thing. Week 5, you don't want to see who you don't want to know who's going to win that division in week 5. And if you look at that record and you also watch how those guys are playing, it's scary, man. I wouldn't want to go up against any of those guys right now, and they're really putting the pedal to the metal. KJ is surprising me. He really is. He's keeping competitive. He has this little new swag going on about himself. Let's see if he can keep it up for the rest of the year, though, because that's a really competitive division.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, AJ's winning the division, but it's gonna be a good
You
division.
think so, man? I still think it's too early to tell, man. Like the biggest thing that I don't see from AJ, so far is what's the AJ's offense, man. I don't see consistency. It seems like he's trying to force feed two players. So maybe that's what he's focusing on right now. He's trying to get Hollywood Brown stats up and get his quarterback stats up, Baker Mayfield. But I don't see consistency coming from AJ's offense right now. You don't know what AJ wants to do because I don't know if AJ knows what he wants to do yet. And defensively, AJ's still trying to work on. We had a conversation a couple of days ago. He told me he was trying to work on his defense and work on a couple of things, a couple of schemes and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I think it's too early to say that AJ is going to win that division. I want to have more respect for 9 mil and more respect for Jones Star. And hell, shit, I give him a little bit more respect for KJ.
Hey, Jordan, we can't be
Yeah.
doing it MB Weekly when you drink, man. You can't. You're supposed to do it when you're sober. All right. Let's move on to the AFC
That's
South.
funny.
AFC South, we got the Colts, Swaggy leading the division with 3-2. Well, him and Lolo are actually tied
Lolo.
3-2. Then you got Trip and you got Trip and his Jaguars, and then Bruce is the Titans. Bruce and Trip, man,
They
I
throw
don't
too
know.
many picks, man. They throw way too many. They give the other team too many opportunities to score more points than them.
So
That's the problem. They
Bruce,
go
I
ahead.
know for sure he's running back too far with his quarterback. He learned that pocket presence. He gonna have some dots, but he just got to
Yeah.
be patient.
Even with Trip's kind of the same way, honestly. And like schematically, both of their ways of playing Madden works, Bruce and Trip. But what doesn't work in any competitive sport is turnovers. You can't give the other team opportunities again to score more than you, and that's what they're doing. I feel like their records, both Trip and both Bruce, are kind of like a testament towards like what they're doing to themselves. I don't think other teams have beat them. I think they're beating themselves. Pause. You know what I mean?
And
Um,
in my preseason rankings that I ranked, I had Trip in the top 10, and it's kind of making me look bad. But
yeah, yeah, no. You talking about being drunk, man. You've been drunk for the whole damn season. If you thought that was going to be the case, I never thought Trip was going to be top 10, and that's no disrespect to Trip. I just don't think Trip can go through a season and not turn the ball over. He just does it. I don't know why he does it. He plays well the first 2 quarters and the last 2 quarters, excuse me. He just gives the other team the ball too many times, and we'll see. I haven't seen enough film on Swaggy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the internet to really stream. He'll try and then they'll cut off. But just watching him, put more time into the game, he's been consistent. Now I know that baby's coming soon, so we'll see how consistent he can be with putting that time on the game.
Hey, I had to deal
Um,
with that last Madden.
oh yeah, man. So we'll see how that works out. And Lolo, Lolo's an ebook buying lover, so you're gonna get what you're gonna get from Lolo. I think it's still too early for him to have a real consistent game plan and scheme set up for himself. So he's still trying to figure out what works. But I don't know. I don't think that division again has a clear cut winner either, though. This, the, and again, it may be a talent drop off in comparison to the AFC North, but I really don't think that division has a clear cut winner. So I think it's still wide open for even Bruce and Trip.
All right, well, moving on to the AFC East, we got Livingstone, the Bills, 4-1. We got Derry, 3-1. Come up, 2-1, and then we got Phil, 0-5.
Yeah, I just gave Phil. I gave Phil that fifth loss too. By the way, we had an offensive shutdown, but it don't matter because in the end, I still put my boot up his ass.
So Livingstone, I didn't see really too much last Madden because he came to us at the end. So I
Yeah,
really it's
and,
hard for me to judge his user.
and and he took a lot of sims too. So I know the one game I did see him play was versus Bodo, and Bodo kicked his ass. So I didn't know what I was gonna. I didn't know what we were gonna get from him. He just seemed like he was eager to play the game, and so far he's been kicking people's asses. So and you know what? And we never got to touch on this, but he has one of the better built teams out of all the teams in the league. His
Oh
team
yeah,
is really balanced, man. The Bills are really well put together. So he has the team to take it to the next level. He has to go through Derry first, and we'll see how that goes.
and come don't sleep
Derry
on
is.
come up too. I
I'm
mean,
I'm I'm gonna sleep on come up. The only reason I'm gonna sleep on come up is because I don't know the fire yet. I gotta see that fire from come up. I need to see him, you know, actively chasing his opponents and trying to play these games first. I haven't seen that from him yet, so I don't really want to put too much energy into that. So I see the energy being reciprocated. So I'm gonna focus on Derry and Livingstone. Come up, gotta show me more. Show me more in the chat. Come up. I want to see you tackling these guys to get these games done. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see from come up.
all right, let's go ahead on to the AFC West. So we have Rays leading Chiefs in that division. We have the Chargers behind them. That's Will.
That's
We
Will.
got the Broncos, Big Bodo,
Bodo.
and
Bodo
then
with
Raiders,
some surprising wins this year.
Raid. Yeah, Bodo.
He's
I
been
feel like
playing, man.
the game fits Bodo
Absolutely.
at this moment. I feel like.
Defensively, it fits Bodo defense. Bodo's going to build a defensive team. We all know that. He's going to trade for defense, and he's going to have defense on his team. And the way the defense is working now, they're doing the work for Bodo. It's making offenses really have to work around his great players, and it's tough. If you don't have the team for it, man, it's tough to beat Bodo. Ask Melo. Ask Trip. Shit, he almost beat Trip the other day. He
Yep.
did beat Melo. I do want to put that on film and on record that he did beat Melo and Bodo did look.
Will, Will's pretty tough, and has Zeke running the ball too. So he's the second leading rusher in the
Yeah.
league right now.
Oh,
I,
so Will does have Zeke. You're right. He does have Zeke,
yep.
and that and as it sits right now, that arm bar is still a problem. You know what I mean? So,
I don't see no
boy,
problem, but
I know you. I bet
I
you
mean,
don't.
I don't know what y'all see,
Yeah.
but it's cool. And then of course Chiefs Ray. I mean, what to expect? He top 10 offense, top 10 defense, playing
Yeah, he's a
pretty
cheater.
good.
He's a cheater.
Yeah.
Ray's a cheater.
But we'll go
Ray's a
ahead and
cheater.
move on to the
Ray's a cheater.
NFC North. We
Ray's a
have
cheater.
males leading with the Bears 3-1.
Hey,
Right
real
behind
quick,
him. Uh huh.
before we talk about, I just want to say one more time that Ray's a cheater. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. We got
All right.
Mellow Packers 2-2. One of
Okay.
those losses come from Bodo. Vikings. We have Blair 2-2, which is surprising to me. I never seen him second, third, or fourth in the division. And then we have KT the Lions. What
Okay.
you think about this one?
Well, all right. I'm gonna speak on the good and the bad and the ugly. The
Okay.
good is the competition that you have between males and with Mello. Um, the bad to me is the complaints we're seeing about the game. We all came off of Madden 19, which I thought was the absolute worst Madden ever created, and it's such a delight to play this game, even with the things that goes on with it. So I feel like some users are really using that as an excuse to make it difficult for themselves, opposed to just figuring the game out. That's the bad. The ugly, that 0-4, but that's KT. But the good thing about KT is he's here every year and he competes to the best of his abilities. So I appreciate KT for being in the league, even at 0-4. He has a good team built together too, man. So I think that division is going to go to Mel's. I don't know if Melo's old team can really stand tall, especially after that loss to Bodo. Because I'm pretty sure that the rest of the division has to play Bodo too, and I can't imagine the rest of them except for KT losing to Bodo. So I think that loss hurt Melo for his playoff chances in the long
Okay, so let's move on to my favorite division, and that's the NFC South. You got
run.
so technically, if you log on to Madden, the Buccaneers are the number one seed, but since the Saints took them down, uh, due to unfortunate hit
Events.
sticks, and yeah, events, and Kilo cheating. I mean, with the Saints
Oh,
5-0 leading the league,
yeah,
uh,
he's a cheater.
you
Don't give
got
him
me
all.
right behind them and got them. We both 4-1. Matter of fact, me and got them play next week, so they're gonna determine that second place in that division. And then you have Touch. Now this division probably could have been one of the toughest ones compared to the AFC North, but unfortunately, Touch he took a year and a half off the game. So I don't think he
Yeah,
found
and
his skills yet.
he hasn't gotten back into the flow of things yet. Being in this the talent that we have, our worst players can go out and probably beat some of your best players in the world, honestly. And so with Touch coming back to the league, welcome back again. Hopefully he sticks around this time and actually completes the league. That would be a nice thing to have actually happen for us. He'll get back into the flow of things because Touch is a solid user.
Oh yeah.
We know what Keel's gonna bring to the table. The vindictive vegan, he's on fire right now. You got yourself running lights out with Le'Veon. You get over 1,400 yards rushing, which is unheard of. Even though Le'Veon did cough that ball up and cause you the game, it's all good stuff happens. And then Gotham has track practice over in freaking Carolina with all that speed in his team. John Ross is like one of the leading receivers for touchdowns and for yards. And he just has speed everywhere on that team. Young rookie quarterback with a cannon for an arm. That's a good division, man. And I still won't count out Touch because if Touch can figure his game out, I know he's made some trades recently, so he's got some more talent over there. He could be one of those teams that may not do well this season, but he can probably beat somebody out of the playoffs. So don't have one of those games crossed up with Touch on week 16, week 17 that you need to win and you come in there sleeping because Touch will beat you and then cause your team not to make the playoffs. So I'm gonna give Touch a little bit more respect, but I still think that division is going to Kilo. No disrespect, my guy.
Oh, I said at the beginning, and I didn't want to be in the division with Kilo. Kilo, very great user, multiple Super Bowls. He's just good at adjusting. It's so hard to play him. Um,
Yeah.
Good users, what they
It's
got.
almost like when you don't eat animals, you can see into the future or something. That's how Kilo plays.
All right, moving on to your division. That's the NFC
uh,
East. We got Rich
uh,
leading 4-0, still undefeated.
uh,
Only him and
uh,
Kilo remain, and then we got
uh,
Reese, the Cowboys, MK, and then yourself finally getting that first win.
Hey, I got my first win, but man, it was tough. It was a tough win. We'll start. I'll give Rich the respect he deserves at 4-0. Rich is a solid user, man. We knew he was gonna be a solid user from last season when we
Oh
brought
yeah,
him in at the end. And not just his energy was perfect for the chat. He was
and he
competitive.
streams every game.
Streams all his games. He's a cool dude, man. Even though he's a Philly fan, he's from Philly.
Yeah.
It's all good. No love lost on that. Reese, the West Coast Dots. His only loss coming to him really from Derry. He's on vacation now. He's out in Europe being a thought with his lady, of course, but he's still a thought. And so, MK who gave me a loss. MK has a lot of talent on that team with Von Miller and Antonio Brown. And for myself, man, I just play like ass. I play like ass. I can say that honestly, but I think we're gonna figure something out soon. And I'm still gonna say I'm gonna win this division. I don't care. I just gotta win the gauntlet. I gotta take the gauntlet now. If I beat Derry next week, I'm winning this division. You,
Oh.
you heard it here. You heard it here live, folks. And I'm not drunk. I'm sober.
And then with Reese, out of town, he gotta take a couple forces. So
Oh yeah. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back 3-3 or 3-4.
all right, NFC West, which I gotta say is not looking too great on their records right here. But you got Seahawks D Town leading 2-3. You got Geo 1-3. I think he just lost to Juke, matter of fact. So I think he's one and
Yeah,
four.
he's 1-4 now.
The Niners Cross 0-4, and then the Rams Cliff 0-5.
Yeah, I wish I was in that division. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'd be fighting for first place. again, man, I think it's just the beginning of the season. People just trying to figure out what their teams can do, what they need to bring in, if they need to bring anything else, or they need to change their schemes up. You got D Town, who's known to send the heat to you. Gio, who's one of those balanced users. I think he can do everything well. I won't say he's great, but I say he can do everything well. He just has to figure out what his new push is going to be for the season. And you got Crosstown, and you got yeah, Cliff, who are Madden Bowl vets. And again, welcome back to another successful season for you guys. Um, they're going to bring to the table what they bring to the table. You know what I mean? That's
Gotcha.
me. That's me being nice.
So that's your standings now, and those watching this video at the bottom, we had the power rankings at the bottom, so y'all can
Yeah.
see that scrolling. Uh, let's go ahead and move on to the top offensive leaders. As it stands today, right now we have Andrew Luck with 1,840 passing yards. We
Hmm.
got Le'Veon Bell leading rusher, and that's 1,355 rushing yards. And then we
Shoot.
have Curtis Samuel, 847.
Hey,
So who would have
got
thought, man, me and you would be leading in rushing and then receiving? Ain't that
and
something?
receive. Man, let me tell you something. One thing I can throw is some dots. All right. It's like no, I've been capitalizing with people dropping those safeties down on me. You got Le'Veon, who's a beast in his own name, but he also has that X factor with that stiff arm glitch.
I
and
don't see nothing wrong with it.
yeah, I
I don't
bet
know
you
why
don't.
everybody talking about it, but
I
it's
bet you
cool.
don't. And the one
And
anomaly
Bruce,
on this list, yes, Andrew Luck has 1,840 yards passing, but he has like 21 interceptions. So
hey, that's Bruce
I
for
mean,
you.
goodness gracious. I mean, it's cool to be on this list, man. But even for myself, I would love to have the winning record over having anything on this list. But I mean, it's some good company to keep with myself and you on here. But Bruce with 21 interceptions, the ghetto, the ghetto.
All right, let's move on to defense. We got Miles Garrett with 13 and a half sacks. We got Harrison Smith with 6 interceptions. And matter of fact, there's like 4 people with 6 interceptions, and the Saints have 2 of those people. So
Okay.
another nod to Kilo being a good user. And then we got CJ Mosley with the Broncos, 37 tackles. So
Okay.
Livingstone, he got Garrett. So he probably sending that heat. And then
Oh yeah.
yeah, we got Kilo, like we just talked about, and then Bodo, CJ Mosley. I don't know if that's just the computer doing all the tackles for him or what, but
Oh, it's 100% a computer doing the
Bodo's on the
tackles.
list. You got Bodo, Gage, and
Bodo
and
and
Jordan on the
and
list.
and
Like,
and, and Bodman things. We back, man. Listen, let me
nice.
tell you something. And listen, the tier fours are taking over. Y'all better watch out.
All
Tier fours are here.
right, Jordan. Though that completes the defensive leaders. So in closing, I just want to put out about we did an MB tournament. It was only $5 to enter, and then Ray he matched the rest of the earnings, so we'd be a bigger payout. We're looking to do more tournaments. I mean, tournament was a success. We all had fun.
Yeah.
Kilo and AJ was kind of like a split decision for the
Yeah.
finals. But it was really good matchups. I think
It
every
was.
game was like really great. Came down to the wire. We're going to be doing more here coming up soon, and then we also have a tournament in the making to where if you don't make the playoffs, possibility could be in this tournament, and then your buy-in could be free if
Oh,
win.
free.
So that's just an
Mm,
incentive for those who's unfortunate cannot make the playoffs. Uh,
okay.
but we are going to continue doing these tournaments, and we hope we get more participation, faster
Absolutely.
to 16 users, or hey, if we can get more, we can get more, and then continue that. I mean, that's all I
And
had. Jordan, you got anything you want to say?
I mean, one of the biggest things that we really enjoy about this league is the competition. We know the chat gets a little crazy sometimes, and we know that we go on trips and we have a good time. But one of the things that we really like to see about this league is it continuing to progress and move forward. And we do that by playing our games, contacting our opponents, and just showing each other that we have a respect for each another's time. And I know, we understand it's a game, but we all sign up to be here in this league. It's 36 hours advance. Hey, man, let's play games. Contact each other. Don't be the person that says, "Oh, well, he didn't contact me." Nah, don't do that. Let's be the person that says, "Hey, look, I reached out to this person as soon as we advance. Gave him my list of times I could play. Let's figure it out. Let's be that." And then also, let's stream our games. We're looking to try to like make a montage of content from some of the best user plays, some of the best offensive, standings. Even have some of them during one of our podcasts here. So put your streams up, guys. It ain't about stealing because we all run the same stuff for the most part, unless you're Ray or Ray. So let's put our streams up, man, and let's really focus on the competition and pushing our brand because we've been doing this for going on what 7 years, Gates? Is it
Yeah.
7 years now? Yeah, we've been doing this for a long time, man, and and listen, it's hard to do this stuff for a year itself. So we're here going on 7 years. Let's make this the best year yet, you know?
All right, so that's gonna do it for MB Weekly Madden 20 episode 1. We
Gang,
out.
gang.